and welcome back to Hunter Tuned. Today we are kind of messing with Christian's car a little bit. This is the PVC Civic that you guys know, and we haven't really updated you guys on this thing in quite a while, so I figured we would mess with it because Christian's tune had changed. Not necessarily changed, but the tune was a little bit messed up because when we initially kind of tuned this thing, when he originally got the Viterra pistons and the eBay rods into this thing, I think there was some intake sealing issues or something weird, and we had to like turn the idle motor way up and stuff like that. And then after driving it for a few months, it developed an idle surge, so I kind of just tried to play with the tune a little bit to get the idle surge to go away, and we did successfully do that. So I figured I would kind of clean up the tune a little bit here and there. But yeah, so this is Christian's PVC Civic, and we're just going to kind of give you guys a rundown on what's been going on with it.
I fixed all of my boost leaks.
You had a bunch of boost leaks too, so that could have been messing with when we were tuning it initially.
Yeah, and it was all in the plumbing couplers that I had. So
you upgraded to Fernco or what?
No, dude, I upgraded to some actual couplers, but and then my map sensor was leaking. There was an air leak on my map sensor because it wasn't sealing. So tighten that down.
And then the tune got really rich.
Yeah. But my blow-off valve was leaking. I have a bunch of information on my channel.
Oh, yeah, Christian Blake.
Yeah, so on some of my older videos. But since then, you know, I kind of just been rocking it. And like Hunter said, the tune was a little off.
So now we kind of just smoothened out the tune a little bit, and I turned the idle air control valve stepper motor. I turned that down a little bit, and it seems to be idling really good now. The only thing he's kind of got to work out still is the clutch started slipping on above 20 pounds of boost. So mind you, 20 pounds of boost. Pop the hood on this thing. Let's see that intercooler pipe.
Well, it's going to be on the neck, right? It won't pop. Right, so that's pop. And then you gotta come over here. This is why I love this car. You just gotta yank it.
Just give her a good old thud. Ooh, is that a mouse back there?
No, that was a leaf. Did a couple fixes here. Put some HVAC tape around the where the blow-off valve was.
So there's no more blow-off valve?
Nope.
Okay.
And then my CYP wires were all messed up, so I duct taped those together.
Okay. Okay, and, right on.
Yeah.
So we had some issues and we got them cleared up, so it seems like. Okay, so this is rocking a GTX 3071, right?
3071, yep.
3071, which is similar to like the eBay 50 trim or whatever, but it's just a little bit better quality turbo. They don't seem to come apart and chew the fins up immediately like the eBay turbos do, but the VS Racing turbos that are on my website, guys, I actually just listed the 3071, the 3076, the 3582, and then I have some more bigger V8 turbos on there as well if you guys are interested. This car is also rocking a set of the normal style decap truck injectors. If you guys don't know, these are just like the these are pretty much the stock Silverado injectors, and they are decapped and flow tested. I do all that stuff in my garage, and then I sell them on my website. So if you guys are interested in picking up a set, these are about 750cc, and they flow around 400 horsepower on E85. If you need a little bit more than that, I do offer a flex style fuel injector, but I'm out of stock of those a lot of the times because they're a lot harder to find. So those ones you can almost clear 500 wheel. You can probably clear 500 wheel. You could probably go a little harder than 500 wheel with a fuel pressure regulator and a fuel line kit from like JB Tuned. That's what I did on my car, and I went 1090s with the flex fuel ones. So yeah, but anyways,
the other thing that I wanted to mention here,
yep.
You shine your light down, right? All I did, because normally
a lot of people are wondering about like, hey, how do I put the decapped injectors into a single cam or like a Y8 or a Z6? The Z6 is really easy, guys. The Z6, you literally just take out the factory fuel rail spacer and they plug right in pretty much. Other cars like a B series that you can't really modify the fuel rail height, I just recommend getting a RDX top hat adapter, which I can send links to anybody that is wondering. But these ones on the Y8 fuel rail, what did you do?
So I took the fuel rail off and I drilled out the
the fuel rail, the mounting.
Yeah, where it normally mounts to.
Drilled it out bigger so you could put a stud in there?
No, I actually just went to the hardware store and got a bolt that went right into the manifold and just drilled it out big enough for that. And then, like, I have no spacers or nothing.
You just clamped it down.
It's down there.
Yeah,
so.
yeah, and it doesn't come loose or nothing. So, so there's a couple different ways that you can do the injector mod on these cars. But, yeah, this seems to be running really good. Christian's been daily driving this car for at least a few months now with this setup.
I've been dailying it with this setup for the past 6 months.
Yeah, something like
7
that.
months.
I was going to say, it's been quite a while. The only thing that, like I said, that he's got a little bit of issue with is the clutch is starting to slip now. This is just like a super cheap, like stage 2 eBay clutch or something like that.
No, it's a stage 2 pressure plate with the stock. It was already shot clutch.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I was just trying to make everything work. And obviously it survived for this long.
Yeah.
So
he's just going to upgrade to probably like the XTD Stage 5 or something like that.
Yep.
Those seem to work okay for single cams. I don't recommend them for a B series, but on a single cam, the pressure plates seem to do okay. But yeah, PVC piping and poop brown engine block.
Oh yeah, straight shit brown.
Yep.
Oh, that dude was cruising. Yeah, shit brown. This bolt.
I was going to say it's got a little bit of oil leak, going on, but the valve cover is leaking a little bit.
I snapped the rocker cover of the LMA assembly.
Yeah.
I snapped this part of the stud, so don't worry about that.
Yeah.
I don't have the top ear on my distributor because that broke off too. I mean, it still works.
Yeah, honestly, like this car, like it's not like totally janky or anything, but
no, it is.
There's a lot of missing things, and it still works really good. So like sometimes when shit works, you just leave it alone and you just drive it.
Yeah, I haven't touched.
That's what he's been doing, and it's been working out for him. So. Other than that, this car is just like a regular EK 4-door. Is this like a 99 or?
It's a 2000.
It's a 2000 EX model, so it's got power windows and all the fancy shit. It's not too bad. It's not really a looker by any means, but it is it's not terribly rotted out or anything like that.
I do want to give a little shout out to Mr. Shades Wade and the Dead Spirits DC.
But yeah, so figured I'd give you guys a little update. He plans on doing a cam and valve springs possibly, just like a real small cam, because obviously this is a Y8 bottom end. You don't want to rev these bottom ends too high. You would like to more or less keep them below 7,000, 7,500 in that area, kind of keep the RPMs low, because these crankshafts actually do not have dual oiling holes on the crank journals, so they tend to spin bearings a lot easier. But this thing holds really good oil pressure, and it hasn't had a single hiccup, so I don't think it's going to be an issue revving it to like 772, but we'll probably cap it off there. But even just putting like a mild comp 59 300 or something like that into this thing is really going to wake it up. With this 3071 on probably 25 pounds of boost, I mean, shit, this thing should go easy 12s.
Yeah, no,
Is that your goal with this? 12s or 13s or what?
See, my main goal is to hit exactly a 13-13. Probably not going to happen.
Yeah.
But, no, I'm actually looking for like a winter beater, and then I'm going to toss a Z6 crank in it so I can rev it out higher.
Yeah.
And then I'm going to do valve springs, retainers, cam. Make it pretty wicked. I'll probably still stick with the PVC pipe.
Yeah, we should run this out as far as it can go, but it's already been north of 20 pounds of boost, and it hasn't had any issues.
Yeah, and
I've personally went 1290 with street tires on a B18c CRX back in the day when I was like 17 or 18. I went 1290s with PVC Fernco couplers, electrical taped around them so they didn't blow out. I've definitely done my fair share of PVC piping, and that's why I told Christian, hey, dude, we should do it, and he was all for it. So he kind of just hacked together some PVC pipe at Menards, spent like $20, and got an intercooler kit, so that's pretty cool.
I added everything up. I literally have $25-ish into the PVC pipe.
Yeah.
So.
Cool. Well, let's go fire this thing up.
Yeah.
What's up, girl?
You ready for this?
Yeah. Hang on. Oh, wow. We should look at the temperature outside. That cold started pretty good.
Yeah, it's cooler up
This
here.
is Wisconsin, by the way, guys, so it is definitely super chilly outside. Currently, it is 19 degrees outside. We're actually going to go ice fishing tomorrow, I think. Gnarly, bro. Alright guys, this thing's only on wastegate pressure right now because anything higher than that and that little stock clutch slips, so yeah.
Hello, sir. No, it's yeah.
It's better on 20,
Oh yeah.
but it's not bad.
No.
I think we got to do a race between this on wastegate and my truck.
Yeah.
I think that'd be a good race.
It'd be fun.
Turbo Silverado versus PVC Civic. Leave it in the comments who you think would win.
I'm very interested.
It'd be a really good race.
Yeah, it would. Can't even feel bumps in this thing.
All right, guys, so hopefully you enjoyed the little update on Mr. Christian's PVC Civic, but I wanted to give you guys another update on my Civic, the EK that we had, the B20V, and we switched to the budget GSR build using reused rings and reused everything. That didn't go in my favor. So we actually got a subscriber of mine that is actually sending me CP piston rings that he generously is donating to the build, because I'm thinking that these rings, because they were for a bigger bore engine, and I don't even know if they were CP specific rings, which I know CP actually has the specific ring that they recommend to use with these pistons. So I'm actually getting the proper piston rings for these pistons, and we're going to try it again and see if we can get everything to work. So this car actually had low compression when I installed everything. It had such low of compression that it wouldn't run. So obviously we didn't spend any money doing this. It was just kind of an experiment to try out to see if everything would work out, but it did not. So we're actually going to have to do some things to see if we can get it to work. What I did kind of off camera the last few days, well, not the last few days, but the other day, I spent an hour of my time, legit. I'm kind of proud of myself. It only took me like 45 fucking minutes. I pulled the head off of this thing. So I got the head over there chilling. The head gasket's over there still. It's brand new. I just torqued it. The motor never ran, so I'm hoping I can just throw that head gasket back on and it'll be okay. I know that once they're torqued, they're kind of junk, but I'm going to just send it anyways because, well, after driving Christian's car, I'm really jonesing to get my Honda running again. And anyway, so I pulled the head off of this thing, and then I pulled the oil pan, and I actually pulled the rods and pistons out of the thing with the motor still in the car. So there is no rods and pistons in this thing currently. It is just a bare block with a crank. And another indicator that I'm pretty sure that this was a ring issue is because the whole fucking oil pan was full of fuel. It was obviously some oil, but the majority of the oil that came out of this thing, I actually had a headache when I went in after working on this thing because it literally smelled like E85 in here so bad from the oil that was in this car, and you can kind of tell by like looking at the oil.
It's not brown anymore.
The oil bucket, it's literally like fucking green.
Yeah.
Puke brown and fucking puke green. So yeah, it's definitely a ring issue. I'm pretty sure. If it's not, it's that cylinder being all wallowed out, but I really think a new set of rings is going to get this thing up and running. But what I did to pull the rods and pistons out while it was still in the car is I just pulled the oil pan and I pulled the windage tray and the pickup tube out of here. And I actually pulled the main girdle because it's easier to get at the center two connecting rods with the main girdle off. So I pulled the main girdle, and then I just pulled the rod bolts, popped the pistons out, and kind of just pushed them up through the hole. It was actually fucking really easy to do this. So honestly, I would not be opposed to doing this. I know Boosted Boys did this on VTech Vicky when they did that build in 24 hours or whatever it was, where they just put the rods and pistons in the thing with the motor still in the car. It is totally doable, and I would probably do this on another budget build of some sort in the future. But I actually do plan on doing something with the Honda, and I'm already going to try to build another spare motor because I don't foresee this one lasting too long because unfortunately with all that fuel in the oil and with, just cranking and cranking and cranking with a bunch of E85 in the oil, I think the bearings are actually starting to wear a little bit. I could have had some junk in the oil, but I really thought I cleaned this thing out good. But literally just from cranking the engine, I have some bearing wear already. So the bearing wear isn't like bad enough for me to not run the bearings because I've ran way worse bearings on Hondas and they've been fine. But these ones, it looks like, they kind of just got wore out a little bit from, just all the fuel in the oil and stuff like that. There was very small metal shavings in the oil, but shit, I mean, I'm just going to send it and see if it works because, well, I know you guys are really interested in seeing this motor work. And honestly, if it was me and I didn't have the YouTube channel, I actually have another B20 block that I'm getting, and I wanted to just throw another B20 VTEC back in this thing. But what fun would that be? You guys wouldn't learn anything, and neither would I. So we're just going to play around and see what we can come up with here. I got a couple extra cranks, and I got a couple extra B18 blocks now, and then I'm going to have another B20 block. So hopefully all goes well here, and hopefully we hit 10,000 subscribers soon. I know we are getting awfully close, and we are growing pretty well. Fucking dead mouse over here. But anyways, so I have a surprise coming for you guys for 10,000 subscribers, and I'm really hoping that the deal falls through, and hopefully we get a new project.
The deal goes through, not falls through.
Yeah, I'm hoping that the deal goes through and we can get a new project car on the channel. I really think you guys will like it, and I'm really hoping that it all works out. So, yeah, but anyways, that's going to be probably it for this update, guys. I know I haven't filmed the last like 2 or 3 days, and that's kind of just, I don't know. The last few days was actually been kind of cold. It's actually, the weather's kind of leveling off now, where it's going to be like 20 degrees instead of fucking 5. It's been kind of cold the last couple days, so I haven't really wanted to wrench on anything, but we're going to get back in the groove soon, hopefully, but not for a few days because I still have to wait for the rings to come in for this thing, and I still have to do a few other things. So be sure to share the channel, guys. The faster we get to 10,000 subscribers, the faster you guys will see this new project that we have to work on. I'm hoping, at least. So anyways, yeah, so if you guys want me to film some like random bullshit videos, leave it down in the comments because I will. We actually plan on going ice fishing tomorrow, and I might kind of do like just like a basic video on like how to put. I just got a Frabble ice shack from a guy for free, so it's just like a pop-up ice shanty. So you pretty much just drag the damn sled out onto the ice, and you can pop it up, put your heater in there, and you can fucking fish for fucking panfish or beer or whatever you fucking want to fish for, or fish for a buzz. Whatever we got to do, we're going to do because, it's fucking Wisconsin. It's cold. There's not much else to do. So we're going ice fishing. And, oh, look at that, dude. We're at 96.01 right now. So let's get that thing to 10,000 subscribers, guys. I'd be really stoked if we could get there. That is like one of my goals I had for this year is to get to 10,000. And if we can get there, that'd be fucking awesome. So I would really appreciate it if you guys shared the channel and did what you told your buddies and shit. That'd be cool too. Where was I going? Okay, so we want to go ice fishing tomorrow, and I kind of wanted to maybe just film us goofing around and fishing. Maybe I think that'd be kind of cool. And then I also have a set of studded tires that I made for one of my RC cars. So I think for the time being, obviously until the cars get done and we can go play on the ice with the actual cars, I think studded tires on the RC car might be kind of cool. We'll see if it works. I can kind of show you guys what I did to stud the tires for the RC car, and yeah, I don't know. Maybe me and Christian will just joke off and fucking do a Q&A. Yeah, maybe we'll do a Q&A.
Yeah.
We should do a Q&A. Maybe I'll put that in the title of this, Q&A.
Yeah.
If you guys have questions, maybe we'll do like a Q&A answer session, and you guys can leave some questions down in the comments of this video, and we'll try to answer them tomorrow. So, like, obviously, if this video has been posted for, like, it's a month old or something, don't bother putting questions in there because we're going to make the video tomorrow.
I've definitely done that before, though.
Yeah. On other people's channels?
Yeah. And you're like, oh, motherfucker.
Yeah.
Like, that's old.
Yeah, so, if you guys have any questions, maybe we'll answer a few of the comments. I think that might be kind of cool, too. So, but anyways, I'm going to quit babbling and fucking blah, blah. So, another thing, too, is this fucking exhaust manifold was completely full of fuel, completely full of brake cleaner, like the rings were not even compressing it or blowing, like, yeah. It had to have been rings. I don't know what the fuck else it's going to be. We'll try rings. If it fixes it, we'll fucking dance around and fucking put a donkey suit on my head and... Yeah, fucking. But anyways, I can't feel my hands. I'm going in the fucking house, and thanks for watching this video. Have a good one. See ya.
Peace out.